Yo, yes sir, man. We live and we back. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose Man, here today bringing you another edition of my starting five. Pardon me, for DraftKings and FanDuel. All right, gonna do something a little bit different today though. I'm still gonna give you the starting five, but we're gonna get into the process of how we pick plays and make plays, that thing. And so a little special. So we're gonna do the quick lineup review. Y'all be sure, all new watchers, hit that subscribe button. Everybody in the sound of my voice, definitely hit that like button, man. We're gonna get into the process today, give you a couple of tools. I think I might have gave one of them to y'all before, but give you a couple of tools just to help you make better picks and better plays when you're doing your fantasy lineups, all right? So this is my best lineup on DraftKings last night, 361 right here. As you can see, I'm not gonna go through every play, but you can just see it right here. I was heavy on Drummond and Jackson yesterday. If you got the starting five from me, you know they was in there heavy. I had plenty of them, as they were some of the top value plays on the slate. But 361, Holmes really hurt me right here in this lineup, 2.1%. You see, I'm trying to get different. I knew I was chalky right here with a couple of these plays and Tobias, so. Just got too different, a little too cute right here. Probably could have got another pay down option, maybe a Ibaka or one of those type guys, and paid up somewhere else. Like paid up for CJ, probably give me a better lineup. But that's my best lineup, 361 there. Like I said, we ain't gonna spend too much time. I don't like the videos to be too long. All right, let's go look at FanDuel and see how we fared. FanDuel, my best lineup, 413. I was heavy on Steph over here. If you caught the starting five yesterday, you know I was still on Steph and Drummond over here as well. One is heavy as Isaiah Jackson. He's a little more pricey over here, and I was worried about the foul trouble as well. Even though I was worried about him on DraftKings, that 4,100, I just had to go. He was 48, 47 over here on FanDuel, but so we got some Ibaka over here on FanDuel to go with Drummond right here for one of our value plays. But 413 right there, another very solid outing. Steph finally had a blow up performance. I got the Jaylen Brown. He let me down a little bit, but I'm still waiting on that 50, 60 point performance from him. It's coming though. The blowout against Miami hurt last night, but that's my best lineup on FanDuel. All right. So now, let's get to today's video. All right. So I had a subscriber yesterday on YouTube asking me about how do you make plays, how do you decide who a good play, whatever, the star players on the night. All right. So let's get into the process. The first thing I want to do, man, and this is, you don't have to do it the way I do it, but you want to develop your own process. It's just going to help you be more comfortable in making your picks and making your decisions, and you're not scrambling all over the place when the news is going crazy. You kind of set up and you kind of know what you want to do. All right, so I like to break my stuff down by position. So daily fantasy sport, it's a puzzle every night. You got to try to fit the puzzle together to get the best lineup to win money, obviously. I like to, versus seeing who's the highest scoring player on the slate. I don't really try to find who's going to be the highest scoring player on the slate. I break it down by position, all right? Because the highest scoring player on the slate are the highest scoring player by point per dollar, whatever, however you want to do it. I don't try to nail those guys. I try to nail the position, right? So the position is a part of the puzzle. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, all right? I try to nail the highest scoring or best performing person at the point guard spot. You know what I mean? I do it by position more so as just trying to find the best person on the slate. So, because if you can nail the highest scoring point guard on the slate, the highest scoring small forward on the slate, that's going to put you in a solid position. You still got to get your other players right, but you done solved two pieces of the puzzle. That goes a long way. That's like if I'm telling you to win the lotto, pick your lottery numbers, and I give you two of the right numbers already. You got a better chance of getting the other couple of numbers right. You got a better chance of getting three numbers right versus getting five numbers right. So I try to look at the position and who's going to be the best producing player at that position. Either high scoring or point per dollar. Just depends on the slate. But everything is slate dependent. There's no one way to look at it. Every slate is different. Like last night, you had a ton of value in the forward spots. So that means that means naturally you paying up at the guard spot. So I wanted to get to Curry. I wanted to get to Morant. If you saw the starting five, I tried to get to Trey, hoping he'll be a last minute, he is going to play. And I knew he'll be super low on. So that's the way, that's how the puzzle shaped up last night. Every night is different though. You got to judge it slate by slate. So the first thing I want to do is I look at all the players. Look at the pay up options. Jokic, Antetokounmpo, Harden, Durant is out, Curry, Murray, Towns. Then Chris Paul is getting to a pay up option, Kyrie. So right now, the pay up options are at the power forward and center spot and pretty much the point guards. If you look at it, Jokic, Giannis, he's one power forward. He's power forward and center eligible. We're going to call it center. So really the center and the point guard spots are your pay up options tonight. So that's what people are going to be looking to pay up at. So most of the people, think about how you build lineups. Most of the people are going to want to get one superstar in there. Don't too many people like to balance build, but me for real that I know. I'm the only one who like to balance build. So breaking down this slate, I see this. The pay up options are going to be at the center spot and the point guards basically. So now you want to look at the news that's going on. Me, I'm gonna let you know. 12. I probably won't play much of Jokic and Antetokounmpo here. I don't like to pay for players over 12K unless it's a lot of value like it was yesterday. It's a lot of 3K guys that's gonna be getting plenty of burn. Then I will get up to the 12K guys. But all things being equal, if it's only one value play or maybe two, I probably still won't get up to these 12K guys. Man, it has to be a lot of value. It has to be 3 or 4 value plays for me to get up to these 12K guys. The reason being, when you get to the 12K range, right, whether you're doing the 6X like I do, or if you do like the other guys, the pros or whatever, do 5X plus 10, you basically talking, when somebody hits 12K, you basically talking about somebody having to hit 70 for you to just start to be happy. If Giannis hits 70, depending on the slate, it's okay, that might not win it to you, especially at that 12K price. They got to go for 85, 80, then you start to get happier. But 12K, 12.5, man, if they give me 70, if it's a small slate, I'm probably good. But a large slate, man, they giving me 70, it's probably... I don't like going into the night with somebody having to give me 70 points, man. I rarely ever get to these 12K guys unless it's a lot of value like it has been lately with all this injury news. But right now, it'll be tough. I can get them in 1 or 2 lineups, but I'm not going to be super high on these guys. So, right? So that's how I like to look at it. And now I see what the pay-up options are, and I see most likely the stars. People gonna get to Harden if he plays. Jokic if he plays. He's too questionable right now. People gonna want to get to Giannis. People gonna probably want to get to Steph Curry. He finally had a solid game last night. They probably gonna want to get to DeJounte Murray more as he's just been balling all year. Karl Anthony Towns is coming off a good game. So now that I see that, now you want to look at the slate as a whole. My process, I do that. I see what a pay-up option. Then you want to look at the Vegas totals. See how high scoring the game is going to be. Is it an up-paced matchup for one of these superstars? Now you look at which one of these stars are in a better position. Denver against Minnesota. That's a huge pace-up game for Jokic right there. A few more possessions from Giannis against Washington. That's probably even. That's not no real pace-up. Probably more pace-up for Washington. Probably a slight pace down for Milwaukee there. So that's going to hurt him a little bit. Harden and Phoenix, that's going to be the highest total game on the slate if Harden plays right there. That's going to be your sweet spot. Everybody going to try to get to this game. It's going to probably be your highest total. So you want to look at that. You want to, and this is what I mean by you want to weigh it out. If I'm trying to decide between Jokic and Giannis for my pay-up option, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, Jokic, he's in a pace-up game, so a few more possessions, he could perform. He has a better chance of hitting his ceiling. Giannis, pace-down game, a few less possessions. Playing the Washington Wizards, normally, if all things being equal, they probably 5-6 point favorite against the Washington. Could turn into a blowout, especially with no Bradley Beal over there. So that's like a negative. So I weigh them out like that. If I was trying to decide between these two, and I'd probably go Jokic because he's in a faster-paced game. Better matchup, few more possessions. He's a better fantasy producer than Giannis. So all those things I'm weighing them more. He has more positive than negatives versus Giannis. So that's how I try to weigh it. Now, I'm going to give you 2 free tools today, too, that's really going to change the game for you, especially if you haven't been using nothing and you don't subscribe to any websites. If you just starting out, these is going to change the game for you. Like I said, I think I might have gave one of them to you before, but I'm going to give you both of them today. So what I want to do then is I go over here to roto grinders. If you don't pay for any sites or whatever, the awesome modes, you don't roto grinders, fantasy labs, saber sim, it's so many of them, man. Number 5, it's so many sites to pay for that give you information. But if you like me when you first started out, man, I don't got the extra money to be paying for all them sites, stuff like that. So I had to find free tools, and that's what roto grinders give you here. You don't need to account for this. I like to come in roto grinders, and you see right here, sometimes if you go a little late, it's down at the bottom. You can scroll right here and try to find it under the NBA section. But you want to go right here to this NBA DFS first look. Let's click on that right here. This is absolutely free, man. Trust me, this is going to help you out tremendously if you just starting out, especially. If you've been playing for a while and you don't use any sites. As you can see, it's still early. It's like 4-something in the morning here. But, so no real Vegas totals out yet, right? So we scroll down. Usually I look right here. I see the game total, the spread, the team totals. You can see all that right there. But the Vegas data isn't out yet. So we have to come back a little later and look at that. You can see right here the pace metrics, offensive rating, things like that. You can sort by highest pace teams, stuff like that. As you can see, Nets and the Suns both right there. Timberwolves are up here. Bucks are up here. So this is how you can see it's a pace down game. See the Bucks, they playing the Wizards. Pace down game. Timberwolves number 1 on the slate, playing the Nuggets. Huge pace-up game for the Nuggets. That's why I was saying more possessions, things like that. But then this is what I like to scroll down to right here. See that you come to the point guard position. This is absolutely free. I go right here. See this DK points per minute, FanDuel points per minute. I sort by the tops right there. Now this is not the whole view. This is like season totals, right? This doesn't account for somebody being out. Things of that nature. They'll take them down, but they don't really adjust the usage totals. You can see right here, DeJounte Murray, 26% usage on the season, 51% true shooting. He's averaging 1.44 DraftKings points per minute and 1.41 FanDuel points per minute. This is the type of stuff the pros use, the 150 guys. This is how they make their rankings and players and things like that. This is the same tools they use that they break down their computer, and you can get them over here for free, man. This is to help you decide. Harden. So if you trying to decide between Harden and Murray tonight, just look at them to see the price tag. Saving $900 on DeJounte Murray, saving $300 on FanDuel. Murray has been slightly better fantasy producer right here, right? This on the season now, see, but this is including Kevin Durant and things like this. Harden totals is probably a little different if you take Durant off the court, but Steph Curry, you see he has a high usage, but he's a little smaller in the points per minute category here on DK and on FanDuel. But I just do this for every position. Just look right here. You can see the projections, fantasy points per game, what they average right here. This is their minutes. This is how the pros decide who to play, guys. And I do this for every position. I just look down like this. You can see the best plays at every position. Like I said, this is just a piece of it, though. Don't think this is the final answer, because this doesn't account for guys being out, not in the starting lineup, different starters. But it's another tool that's going to help you with that as well. I'm going to show you that right after this. But just each position, Devin Booker, looking like a great player at shooting guard tonight. 32% usage, 1.2. Nobody's even close in his realm, man. Devin Booker, 9,500. Definitely looking like a better player than Kyrie. But I'll probably get to Kyrie still here in this spot. Just because I know he's going to go under on. You can see Zach LaVine, and you just compare the plays, man. Look at the price. Look at them if you're playing on FanDuel. Look at them versus FanDuel. DK versus FanDuel. That's why I tell you a lot of times I like to play the sites against each other, because guys are better plays depending on their price tags and how they go. Like Zach LaVine, much better play on FanDuel than he is DraftKings. So these are the tools I look at. Go by each position. They're just going to help you nail the highest scoring player at each position. Jimmy Butler, we know he's out tonight, but like I said, they got him in there. But this is what you do, guys. You want to develop a process. This is my process. You can develop however you want to. You might have one of those sites you pay for, so you can go over there and look at all this stuff like this. But this is a free tool right here if you don't. All right? Now, the second part of this tool right here, this is also free, right? You see how this is the usage and the DK points per minute, right? But like I said, it doesn't account for if somebody's out of the game, like somebody's not starting. But this is how you combat that, all right? You go right back here. We're going to click on this NBA. We're going to go right back to the home page, right? This is another free tool, all on Roto Grinders. You're going to come down and click on this More tab right here. Hit all tools. It's all free site, right? So now you can scroll down. You see this? Everything in blue right here, betting data, legal betting odds, everything free. Everything in the blue right here is free. You can get player stats, NBA team stats. See, free, free, free. Everything is free right here. That first look, you just gotta make you an account. You ain't gotta subscribe or pay for nothing, but you just make your account. You can see that first look. Ceiling and consistency. This is a good tool. I'm gonna show you 3 tools today. Right? Oh, they don't have it. All right, it's not up yet. So, but free tools, right? Now, to come, you can go right here. This is the favorite one of mine. Go to this Court IQ. Absolutely free, right? So remember I tell you the other side of it didn't take into context people being out, things of that nature. Well, you can go right here. Let's look at Miami because I expect Jimmy Butler to be out again tonight, right? Let's look at the Miami Heat. We're going to click starters. We're going to take Jimmy Butler off and PJ Tucker off. And this is how you do it. Who they started? Strus and Martin last night. So put Strus and we'll put Martin in. Because I'm anticipating Butler and Tucker being out again. I don't expect them to play on the second night of a back-to-back. And then you just hit run Curry, right? And now you can see it's only been 16 total minutes of these guys on the floor. They haven't updated from last night yet. So give it a little while. They'll put the updates in from last night. So right now, 16 minutes with these 5 guys on the court. The starters right here. And you can see the usage. Bam has a 35% usage with these 5 guys on the court. 35%, and he's averaging 1.51 DK points per minute. It's on DraftKings right now. You can switch to FanDuel. You can switch to Yahoo. They even got Super Draft. I don't know if people still playing over there. But this shows you the usage and the points per minute without said superstar, whoever's off the court. You can do this for every team, every squad. We can look at the Brooklyn Nets since KD is out, right? We can do their starters. No Kevin Durant. Run it. Hold on. They got Kyrie and Harden in there. Yeah, okay. So you just run the Curry, right? This is going to let you see. All right. They don't have not enough info, all right? Or not enough results. That means they don't have enough minutes in here yet of those people being on the floor. But you can just look at anybody. Let's look at the Bulls. Click the starters. You can take whoever you want to on and off the court. Run the Curry right there. You can see 49 minutes right here with all those guys on the court and Javonte Green starting. Oh, is Javonte Green been starting? I don't know. Yeah, he has. So 49 minutes right here of all those guys. And you can see Zach LaVine has the highest usage right here. Pretty much 31% usage, 1.31 DK points per minute, guys. These are just free tools to help you look. These are the same tools the 150 maxers are using to decide on their plays. There's a little more intricate. They build them themselves and things like that. But so if you don't describe one of them sites, you can come over here, use these free tools, and this help better gauge your plays and try to hopefully help you make better plays and better decisions when you're putting your lineups together. All right. Now, that being said, I hope that helps my man. I think it was Nightmare on YouTube. I don't know his real name on the but my man Nightmare wanted to look at that and look at that process. But you want to develop the process. So I use all these things. I put all this together. Look at his usage. Look at his fantasy points per minute. Just to get a gauge on the play. Like I said, look at the Vegas total. See how the score, how many points they expected to score on offense. How many of those, you know what I'm saying? Then you just kind of weigh every play out and help make better decisions. All right? That's a quick little intermission, man. Now let's get to my starting 5 for the day. Today, we got no Bradley Beal, so we're going to have a heavy chalk point guard, but you kind of just got to play him when there's no Beal, man. Spencer Dinwiddie, 5,900. We've seen what he's capable of whenever Beal misses. Him and Kuzma really carry the offensive load over here for these Washington Wizards. And like I said, the Wizards, they're a scrappy team, man. They find a way. They find a way to hang around and stay in games. They really don't get dominated from start to finish. And plus, they playing a Milwaukee team who has been struggling the past couple of games. They're trying to find their stride and get their mojo back. So I'm expecting this to be a close contest. I don't think it's a blowout. But either way, Spencer Dinwiddie is going to get his run. I love his usage, his scoring potential, all his assist opportunities, all that would build out, man. He's going to be a chalk play, but I definitely think we can get to him right here at 5,900, all right? Coming in as shooting guard, I'm going to look at my boy Will Barton right here. Just getting another piece of this Nuggets Minnesota game. It's a huge pace-up spot for the Denver Nuggets, man. Will Barton has been playing solid. Aaron Gordon has been playing solid, man. They trying to provide some help to Jokic, man. Jokic hasn't been carrying the load. I mean, last game was a blowout, true enough, but these guys are giving some help to some support to Jokic. I don't know if they said they need to step up more or whatever the case may be, but they've been playing well in the games they've played so far, him and Aaron Gordon. I like getting the Will Barton right here as he handles a lot of the ball handling responsibilities. And he's a guy who can get it going offensively. I like him at this 5,800 price tag, especially in this pace-up matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves, all right? Small forward, right? I'm just going to go right back to my boy Anthony Edwards, man. Assuming D'Angelo Russell and Pat Beverly and those guys are out again, I think I like Anthony Edwards at 8,500, man. He struggled last time out, just off night shooting, and Karl Anthony Towns put together a bigger performance. But we know what type of performer Anthony Edwards is. He has slate breaking potential. He's a guy who you've seen him drop. He can drop 65 here in this spot. And if the guys like Jokic and Giannis only give you 60, now that's putting you ahead of the game, man. He has a nice ceiling right here in this matchup against the Denver Nuggets. He should get all the shots he wants with no D'Angelo Russell. I like getting Anthony Edwards at 8,500. Coming in at my power forward, I think you can look at Kyle Kuzma right here. I won't look at Kyle Kuzma. 7,400. Like I said, man, no bill. Him and Dinwiddie just take on more for this Washington Wizards team. They are the two Pistons that's pumping this Washington Wizards engine, man. Kuzma has been rebounding the ball very well this year. We know he can get hot and shoot and if he hits a couple, you know he gonna let them fly. He will gun if he sees a couple go through the net. So he should be a nice double-double here in this spot right here. I like getting the Kyle Kuzma. I like the price tag on it, especially with no Bradley Beal. And coming in at my center, I'm going to stay in that same game. And I'm going to look at Bobby Portis right here, 6,300. Now, his price is falling over here on DK, which I absolutely love. He hasn't had a good performance over the last two games, but it's been back-to-back blowouts. And like I said, Milwaukee hasn't been playing that well. And he had down performance because he played two teams with a strong inside presence. He played the Knicks, and then he came back against the Nuggets. Jokic down there. Two strong inside presence who like to be on the glass and work down there. He doesn't have that in this Washington Wizards spot, man. He has more athletic centers to go against, not a strong on-the-glass dominant presence down there in the paint. And I think Bobby Portis can work his way back to a nice one here. He's another guy who should walk in the gym with a double-double. I expect a nice game from him at this 6,300 price tag going against these Washington Wizards, all right? There you have it, man. My starting five for DraftKings: Spencer Dinwiddie, Will Barton, Anthony Edwards, Kyle Kuzma, and Bobby Portis, all right? Let's go take a look at FanDuel and see what I like over there. Coming in at FanDuel, at the top, man, I'm staying with Spencer Dinwiddie, 6,300. A little more expensive over here, but like I said, I just love his role with no Bradley Beal. Love the ceiling he presents over here, and I like him in this matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a pace-up matchup for the Wizards, so a few more possessions over there for him. Get you some Spencer Dinwiddie. At my shooting guard, I do not mind coming back to Tyler Hero at the 6K right here. They didn't perform. Him and Bam didn't perform very well last night. I'm hoping that keeps the ownership down here. At this 6K, man, we know what Hero is capable of. He's another offensive guy who doesn't mind gunning if he gets hot and sees a couple go through the nets. And 6K, that's a lovely price tag for a guy who should see 30-plus minutes and all the shots he wants. Coming at small forward now, I won't look at Sadiq Bey at his 6K again, but now this predicated on the Jeremy Grant news. Jeremy Grant is good to go. He's off the injury report, but they're worrying about conditioning. So when you miss as much time as he missed, I'm hoping they just keep him out and let him work on his conditioning a little more. But if he plays, I'm definitely getting away from Bey. But if he is out, I think you can go right back to Sadiq Bey here at this 6K price tag. Lovely pace-up matchup against the New Orleans Pelicans right here. I like getting Sadiq Bey if Grant is out. Coming in at my power forward over here on FanDuel, I want to look at Bobby Portis. This 6K is criminal. criminal for a guy who's averaging about 31 FanDuel points so far on the season. So we talking about a guy who's averaging close to 6x of this price tag right here, man. In a nice matchup, like I said, against a smaller, more athletic Washington Wizards front court, I think he can have a nicer night on the glass here. I'm expecting a nice double-double from Bobby Portis in this spot. And then rounding out at my center, man, I want to look at Vooch. I like this 8,700 price tag over here. Going against his old squad in the Orlando Magic, man. They should work through him on the block here, going against the likes of Mo Bamba. I'm not worried about that matchup at all. Bamba is sort of a kind of a shot blocker, I guess, but Vooch is a savvy vet, highly skilled offensive center, man. He should be able to have his way down there, and I love this 8,700 price tag over here on FanDuel. So there you have it, man. My starting five on FanDuel: Spencer Dinwiddie, Tyler Hero, Sadiq Bey, Bobby Portis, and Nikola Vucevic, man. All right. Listen, guys, I hope that little process, that little breakdown helped you guys out. I hope you use those free tools and help you in your decision making, man. If y'all want to see more stuff like that, just let me know in the comment section. I'm always here for questions, man. Like I said, I can't promise you I'm going to reply to them time you send them in, because I do work. I'm getting ready to head to work now, man. So by the time I see them, if I can respond, I will, man. So feel free to ask any questions you like, man. Like I said, if y'all want to see more like process videos, y'all want me to do one where I just dive into it and build a whole lineup, we might do that. I just did build a whole lineup one day and get into it. But that's gonna do it for us here today, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. Definitely hit that like button, man. Y'all know the motto: chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, let's go.